Armory or Weaponry is a Game Pass in Roblox game Criminality. It opens up a wide array of exclusive weapons and items you can purchase. But if you're watching this, you probably already know that. The real question is though, is it worth it? Well, to see that, we're going to take a look at everything the Game Pass has to offer, demonstrating each weapon and item alongside some pros and some cons. There will be bookmarks if you'd like to skip around or a few different sections or different weapons, because I will be going over every single weapon. But yeah. Starting off, the Armory Game Pass, also known as the Weaponry, comes at around 450 Robux or $5.50. There are 2 Armory locations around the map that the Game Pass actually unlocks, including Armory 1, which is across the street from the middle of basketball and the hellscape that is cafe, and Armory 2, which is located behind the buildings from across pizza and next to junkyard. One little thing that might help you differentiate them that you might have seen is that Armory 1 has a blue sign and Armory 2 has a red sign, as long as the interior is being sent. Another thing is that while Armories do offer weapons that aren't sold anywhere else, they do sell some weapons and items that are sold at normal dealers as well, although sold at an inflated price. Now, onto the part y'all probably clicked in this video for. What weapons does it actually have to offer? Quick disclaimer, I will only be showcasing the exclusive weapons or event weapons that come sometimes, but weapons held at the regular dealer are exceptions.
I'm driving away and just feeling so small. Just asking myself, why do I...
Starting off with the melees, you can find the baton coming in at $160, which is a fast attack blunt weapon, dealing 18 damage and dealing concussion per headshot, while also breaking limbs really easy. It's a pretty OP weapon at comboing, but does have a pretty short range. Next, you can find the machete coming at $300, which is pretty similar to the katana in that it does quite a lot of damage, doing 34 damage plus 7 bleed damage, and downing someone in only 3 swings without using that much stamina. Along with that, it can also break bones and cut off limbs, and even cut off a head with 2 headshots. Moving on to what y'all are probably here to look at, the guns. The Armory offers such a much more vast array of guns than anything else. The FMP45 coming at $800 is a decently fast suppressed pistol, similar to the M1911, dealing 26 damage on body shots, downing players in around 4 shots or 3 headshots. Obviously, the attachments it comes with offer some buffs, including a suppressed gunshot with a suppressor, obviously, and a holographic red sight, which is actually pretty good. Next, the Super Shorty, coming in at $850, is the superior version to the sawn-off shotgun in pretty much every way. Proving decently small, only taking up about 3.5 slots, and proves very effective in close quarter combat. Upon a headshot at close range, it will one-tap players if all pellets hit. Although, kinda like what I said, the damage is based off separate pellets hitting the target, and damage can vary widely depending on this factor. Along with this, it has a very poor distance damage and a very poor armor penetration. The G18 coming in at $1050. I'm not gonna lie, G18 is pretty much a Glock with a switch. It shoots insanely fast, and in my opinion, it's kind of like the Mac 10 but better. And it's also kind of a combination between the Mac 10 and the G17. Obviously being better than both. This is because it has better recoil control than the Mac 10. It's cheaper and is also capable of going to semi-auto mode with a higher fire rate than G17, and it's just way better medium range than G17 by a long shot. It carries 20 bullets in a mag and shoots 15 rounds per second, shredding players in close range. The Magnum, coming in at $1,200, is a revolver dealing 51 body shot damage, 2 shotting players with body shots, and 1 shotting players in close range with a headshot. It offers higher damage than the Deagle, which is similar in ways, but the Magnum is unique in the fact that it requires a 0.1 second delay upon pulling the trigger, which makes firing obviously harder and slower, as well as aiming, making it not very good in close quarters combat, and it's pretty it's not very hard to get countered with the melee, but it's still pretty good medium and long range. The MP7, coming in at $1,700, is a very fast SMG with little recoil and a small bullet spread, shredding players in close quarter combat. It deals 16 damage per headshot and actually has a pretty good iron sight. Also, while it's best used in full auto, it does offer a semi-auto toggle, which actually makes it pretty good in medium range as well. The firework launcher, coming in at the patriotic price of $76, is a variant to the Hall's Launcher V2 that is only purchasable during the 4th of July events. It launches fireworks that blow up on players and projectile them into the air, and ultimately dealing fall damage when they come back down. Also, very easily breaking their bones. It's also viewed as an upgrade to the Hall's Launcher V2, as it doesn't require a game pass to buy like the Hall's Launcher. It also deals 60 damage, which is more than the Hall's Launcher, not including the burning or fall damage, although it does have its drawbacks. Taking up 7.5 slots, only ragdolling on armor players on a direct hit, and doesn't work on rage dose. Coming from me though, I honestly love this thing. It's so much fun to mess around with. The UMP-45, coming in at $1,900, is an SMG that shoots slower compared to other SMGs, but still offers a very high damage output, rivaling the AKS and M4. It deals 23 damage per body shot, it has a relatively low recoil, and offers a semi-auto mode, making it viable for use in long-range combat. It also offers good iron sights, good armor penetration, and a very cheap refill, only at $100. The M4A1, coming in at $3,100, is an assault rifle that makes up for its price and its power. It's quite popular for its good balance of accuracy, rate of fire, and damage, dealing 21 damage per body shot, making it very good in close and medium range, while still being good as a weapon at long range. This thing definitely shreds, and in my opinion, it's one of the best guns out of the Armory as a whole. The FAL 50, coming in at $3,300, is a high-powered semi-action long rifle that deals 37 body shot damage and 60 headshot damage. It's similar to the Deagle, but in the form of a much faster semi-auto rifle, and it's kind of like a much more powerful SKS, two-tapping players to the head, while also carrying a very good armor penetration. The caveat though is that it's not very good close range, kind of like the Magnum, being pretty susceptible to melees, but it does have a lot more ammo and shoots a lot faster. Even though it does have more ammo than the Magnum, it's not saying much, even holding only 20 bullets per mag as a rifle, which is not that good, and how easily it can be countered, not only by melees, but also by shotguns and SMGs. The Scout, coming in at a price almost double the FAL, at $6,000, is a suppressed sniper rifle that is superior to the Mare, in that it does have less bullet drop and a longer range. It can one-tap to the head of unarmored players and can two-tap the body shot, making it a very good weapon for assassinations, also with its armor penetration, and very good at fighting from very long ranges. Although it does have its downsides as well. Firstly, much like other snipers, it gives off a glint and a glare when you scope in, making you much more visible and potentially making you a target. Secondly, this thing is crazy expensive, being $2,000 more than the Mare. And lastly, it's very bad and susceptible at short ranges without having a backup weapon. The M320, aka the grenade launcher, coming in at $8,000, is obviously what I said, a grenade launcher that fires in 4 different modes. Number 1, CS gas. Number 2, the incendiary grenades, which I will go more in depth about both of those later on. 3, the smoke grenades, which will create a cloud of smoke to conceal areas or block views. And number 4, explosive grenades, which are pretty much frag grenades, do exactly what the name suggests. The weapon instantly breaks down doors when using explosive rounds, and a direct shot will either instantly down or kill unarmored players, dealing 105 to 155 damage. Although it makes it very good for killing high value targets or someone with the bounty, instantly killing them even with tier 2 armor on if an explosive round hits them directly. It does obviously have its drawbacks though, as it has a slow reload, is extremely expensive, and makes a smoke trail much like the RPG upon shooting projectiles, which makes you a big target. Our final gun is the insanely powerful BFG, coming in at a whopping $18,000, making it the most expensive gun in the game currently. This high caliber sniper rifle shoots explosive cartridges and deals 130 damage per shot, killing any target regardless of almost any armor with very, very good accuracy. Also making it the most powerful sniper rifle in the game. It's literally so powerful, in fact, that just shooting a person in general, like the general area of them, will deal damage to them because of the explosive properties of the rounds. This also gives it crowd capabilities, and even when shooting someone's head, their head literally will blow up. The range is practically infinite, can dismember people if they don't die instantly, and has almost instant bullet travel. But the BFG does of course have its downsides too. Obviously the gun is crazy expensive, has a larger glint than other snipers, making you a target if having a BFG wasn't enough, and has low reserve ammo. Furthermore, it can only have one bullet in the chamber at a time, making it have to reload after every single shot, and unlocks all the way at level 80. Moving on to the throwables. First, we got CS gas, as I mentioned in the grenade launcher section. Comes in at only $60 and is a non-lethal but damaging grenade that emits a white gas once thrown. Once players walk into the gas, they'll start uncontrollably coughing, rapidly losing stamina, and having their vision become blurry, while also becoming much slower, and it also damages 16 damage per second, which can be stacked with multiple CS grenades. This, like the Molotov, is often used to block or discourage players from entering certain points. Next, also mentioned in the grenade launcher section, are the incendiary grenades, coming in at $100, and basically serves the same purpose as the Molotov, which is exploding into fire lasting for 20 seconds, burning any player who touches into it, but only needing to pull a pin instead of light an entire Molotov, making it faster to use and deploy. Alright, now moving on to our last section, the miscellaneous. First we got pepper spray coming in at $85. It's supposed to be a self-defense tool to run away so that you spray someone in the eyes with it who has a melee or something of the sort, and it's supposed to impair their vision, drain their stamina, and stun them. But to be honest, everyone who uses it just uses it to troll their friends. The only downside though is that it runs out very quickly and cannot be refilled. Next, thermal goggles coming in at $3,500. These technically are found in the armor section, but since we have no armor section and since they provide pretty much zero protection, I'm gonna put them in the miscellaneous. These are goggles that highlight people and scrap piles in white, allowing you to see them, especially being useful in blackouts when it's obviously very dark and difficult for players to see for a long range. Although the sheer price makes it really only so that you should use it when you have a good gun or a good kit, it also does limit your peripheral vision when in usage. Finally, I left the best for last, the airstrike, coming in only $1,000 for you to purchase it, but a whopping $49,000 per activation. The airstrike is used to target large areas where high bounties or many people may be, as it activates a plane to fly overhead, literally dropping bombs on the way, killing, stunning, dismembering, or ragdolling anyone in its path. But it's definitely recommended to get up to high ground when placing the strike to make it accurate. Although like everything, it does also have its downsides, like its long cooldown time of 5 minutes, and the very loud sound of the plane, which may alert targets that the plane is coming. And from my experience, a lot of the time, it is not very effective when you're trying to target a large group of people that do not have any armor, as they move really fast. In my opinion, the question of is Armory worth it definitely depends, like anything else, how much you're actually going to use it and play it. I mean, I feel as though it's very useful if you actually play this game a lot, and it definitely helps in a lot in certain situations with a lot of really good guns like the G18 and M4 that would definitely help you get a lot of bounties. Like I've seen, majority of bounties I've seen have M4. Yeah, I feel I've had it for years. I feel as though it is worth it. But $5 is a lot. I do understand. It's a free game. Prime is not free, but it definitely is a perk. So it's a slight advantage. Definitely depends how much you play though. If you're just a beginner, don't expect it to instantly make you crack, like no scoping everyone. Not gonna do that, it's not magic, but it does have some pretty good weapons. But yeah, I hope this helps somewhat. I feel as though it is worth it if you haven't played this game. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great day, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Hey. First with the Pork Life Kids!
Hi guys. No. What?